we'll see Joe Burrow taking on Aaron Rodgers. The Packers and Bengals squaring off for just the 14th time, with Cincinnati winning 3 of the last 4. It's all headed your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Let's go. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there? 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
7 yards the pickup there. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Pass, catch, first down for Tunyon. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion.
Let's go, baby.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rodgers now on first down. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end Tunyon. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming out.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, Guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
On first down, Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the number 1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his 2nd season out of LSU.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Burrow on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Eluding the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. What's the deal, y'all?
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
They get the guard there, Lucas Patrick. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, a give to Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Working with his 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On the return comes Cobb. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. Funchess has it complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Airing one out for Boyd. And this one is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's go.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. It's Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
But that's what we have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make something miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 and the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Burrow will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Rodgers to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. The give is to Jones. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
On the return, Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Preston Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, good agility by Cobb. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is going to have the Packers first down. They needed 3, he doubled that, he got 6. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Funchess has it complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Burrow going to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And out now, here come the Bengals. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. On second down now, Mixon, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. To throw on second and 10, Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On first down, Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 28 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Kingsley Keke in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now that's caught by Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 24 yards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Green Bay, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.